Sir, welcome. It's a pleasure to talk to you here today.
Likewise.
So, just to start off, how has your experience at IEW24 been, and what are some of the key objectives you're looking to achieve during the event?
Right. So I mean, we're a major player in the energy transition space in India. We're among the top three players in the entire smart metering initiative. We're I mean executing contracts worth close to about 10 million smart meters across the country, and we've played a very crucial role in the entire journey of I mean adoption of smart meters in India. Like we were the first company to launch this solution back in 2012, and it's been a long journey since then that it's taken us to kind of get established as one of the leading players in the country. So of course, I mean, India Energy Week being one of the largest platforms for energy transition in India, we of course had to be here and very pleased with the response that we're getting. Besides this, we're also launching in the smart gas metering space. So that was the other objective of I mean being here and demonstrating what we've got for the gas industry now.
Okay, great, fantastic. So, as a relatively young company, your growth has been exponential. So, can you take us through a little bit of your business development and how you started off and where you're at today?
Yeah, sure. So we started off back in 2012. I'd actually started off this company as a fresh graduate from post my engineering studies in California, and back then smart meters weren't a reality in India. There was no standard. There was no concept of prepaid smart metering in the country, and so we've kind of seen it through, right from creation of a standard, from creation of the entire business model of how smart meters would scale in the country. So since none of the core ecosystem elements were there to for the industry to really take off, it took a long time for us to get established, for the industry to get established, and so the initial years were all about establishing that this technology works and that this technology is the right solution to solve India's power distribution problems. And since the last couple of years, it's been an unbelievable ride. We closed a $150 million equity partnership with I Squared Capital. So we became a part of the larger I Squared Group, which is a $40 billion global platform in the infrastructure space. And over the last 12 months, our order book has gone from I mean roughly about $10 million to close to about $1.2 billion. So it's all an execution play for us now. We're now focused on I mean executing what we won, and of course we'll be looking at further expansion outside of India over the next few years.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on all of that.
Thank you so much.
And so, given where India is at in our energy transition goals, where exactly does Polaris fit in, and how are some of the specific ways in which you are helping India to meet the needs of the hour?
Yeah. So the way that I like to put it is that so when India was digitizing banking and digitizing payments, the enabling technology was UPI, and I mean with a very strong technology foundation there, we've now become the front runner in digital payments globally. That's basically what smart meters is for energy transition in India. Like until and unless this core digital infrastructure is created for the country, uh, the energy transition goals won't be possible. So we're right at that intersection. We're right at that enabling. Uh, I mean, we're a key enabler for India's energy transition goals to be achieved, and we strongly believe that technology is going to play a very major role in this transition, and we hope to play our bit in making this happen.
Sure. Can you tell us a little bit about your innovations, your technological innovations that you're working with to achieve these goals?
Well, so I mean, the innovations have happened over the last decade. As I said, that smart prepaid metering in India was not a reality. So we basically launched this concept back in 2012, and actually in some of the most remotest and the toughest geographies in the country. So we launched this in off-grid areas, and then we brought this on the national grid. So I mean, there's been a lot of innovation both on hardware as well as software to be able to I mean deliver on smart prepaid metering at such a large scale across the country. But besides that, one of the key innovations that sort of happened in this industry was around the business model itself. Like meters have always been procured as a product, but we introduced along with another very large government company in the country, metering as a service. So we were the first private sector major corporate in the country that launched smart metering as a service in India, and I mean we did this back in 2018, and today this is the de facto standard business model across the country. So, so yeah, we've done a great deal overall, right from technological innovation to business model innovation, and very proud of where the team has come in these last 12 years of our work in India.
Are there any major roadblocks or hurdles that you faced along the way?
Well, I think a lot of these roadblocks and hurdles have been sorted. The government's been very kind and extremely forward-looking, so we're very grateful for that. It's the absolute right time to be in the industry, and so yeah, I mean at this point the hurdles or challenges are largely in execution. So I mean it's a very ambitious goal that the government has, and we're playing our bit, and we hope to become the de facto standard for large scale smart metering implementation in this country.
Absolutely. Where would you say, in your opinion, India is at though when it comes to the energy transition we are going through? In the roadmap, realistically, where do things stand today?
Well, I think we are nothing short of I mean leading the way. Uh, we we have close to, so I mean if you include hydropower, we are north of 40% in our generation mix in using renewables, which is one of the highest in the world. Uh, the the smart metering journey that the country is having has not been seen anywhere across the world. So India is overall going to become a leader in exporting of smart metering and smart grid technologies as well, because of just the price point at which we are solving problems and the scale at which we are solving problems. So our challenges are extremely unique because of the size of the country and because of the stupendous growth that we're going to have in energy demand. And so you need very innovative solutions. So as a result, India's already a leader and is going to, I think, continue to be that way in its energy transition journey. In fact, unlike other countries where they've basically operated with very I would say non-fossil, non-clean sources of generation and reasonably inefficient systems. We're actually leapfrogging into I mean very large scale adoption of renewables, and right from the beginning adopting the right technologies to enable the country to have maximum renewable adoption in its generation.
Fantastic, really promising times ahead, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
absolutely.
Just before we wrap up, any sort of key takeaways for you from India Energy Week 24?
Well, I mean, the key takeaway is that it's the time of India's power and energy sector in general, and the excitement around energy transition is nothing like we've seen before. So, taking back a lot of business, and I mean, hoping to deliver on that over the next several years.
Absolutely. Well, all the very best in your endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you
been
so
a
much.
pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure,
Thank you.
pleasure.